4-year-old boy named Alpha Kinsey out to find them. And the boy found them drinking by a puddle of ice water, and back then the opening was 2 feet by 2 feet. So if you can imagine that in this general area. The little boy went home and told his family and friends about what he had found, and they started to come down here and harvest the ice for themselves because back then there was no refrigeration. Then slowly the city of Shoshone found out about the ice in this cave, and eventually the state found out about it. So they started to come down here and harvest the ice. They would set it in big ice boxes filled with sawdust and straw, and they had sent them by railroad carts places all across the United States. Back then, the railroad went to Sun Valley to Shoshone, so they didn't have to transport the ice very far, just where that road is today. They have blown out this front section of the wall and a portion of the back wall, which we'll see later on in the tour, and it had allowed a tremendous amount of heat to come rushing in the cave, and it started to melt the ice drastically. And so we had this gentleman named Russell Robinson who wanted to restore the natural properties of the cave, so he came down here, experimented with the airflows, and decided to patch up both ends. And in doing so, he was very successful. Because this cave does have ice in it, Shoshone became one of the first places for having ice-cold beer year-round, and that's where a lot of its popularity came from.
I would have been hanging
Feel
out
free to
here.
take as many pictures as you guys would like and ask as many questions as you want, but let's go ahead and get down in there.